What's up guys, Stray Monster here. Today I am showing you guys the best items to use in depth spelunking, whether it's your first time and you're trying to get to floor 30 so you can unlock the black market over here. Oh my gosh, voice crack. Or you already have the black market unlocked and now you're just trying to go for high floors. I'm going to show you the best items that you can do that with. So if you're just starting off and you're trying to get to floor 30 to unlock the black market, the items I used were running shoes, which give you +2 speed and +50 stamina, max stamina. And you can get these by clearing any floor in less than a minute. Then I use the hiker's backpack, which gives you another 50 max stamina, 50% more stamina from consumables, and then nearby allies regenerate stamina 2 times faster. And if your stamina is above 50%, you gain +2 speed. So with this combo, with the running shoes and the backpack, you have double stamina, and you're gaining 50% more stamina per consumable, so it is very easy to sustain stamina. The third item I did use were the Neo Deal Makers. You do not have to spend Robux on this game whatsoever. Although this item is very, very fun to use, it is absolutely not necessary, and there are better items that are in the regular shop that you can use. For instance, for my third item, if I had to have one, I would choose the Halo, which gives you 1.5 all stats, 25 more stamina and battery, and then buffs are 25% stronger, debuffs are 25% weaker. If I was just going for a floor 30 run, the Halo would absolutely be the item that I would be running with that. Or for a third item, you could have the depth gauge, although I do feel this is a bit overkill. But for a regular run, like a regular high round run, this item is practically necessary. So what it does is it gives you 0.1 stat for all your stats per floor for the first 50 floors. So by floor 50, you're going to have 5 stats in every category. Very, 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 very good item. Practically necessary for high rounds. But if you're just trying to go for a black market run, then yeah, running shoes, hiker's backpack, and then I'd recommend the Halo. Another item to talk about is the D6. This is a really good item, the best gambling item in the game. +1 luck, 40-second cooldown. It can roll a 1 through 6. If you get a 1, you restore 25 stamina or battery. What this doesn't tell you is if you roll 2 1s in a row, it gives you a bunch of items. If you get snake eyes, you get a bunch of items from it. Very good. 2 highlights a random entity for 6 seconds. 3 gives you +3 speed for 6 seconds. 4 will re-roll nearby pickups. 5 will highlight all task and pickups for 6 seconds. And if you get a 6, it says copy another item's effect that you own if it is considered inimitable. Basically what this does from my testing is it will just activate a random active. So if you roll a 6, it can activate one of the 3 actives on Broken Wings, or it'll take off 20 fear if it rolls Blood of the Martyr, or if it were to roll, let's say, Lumberjack Cap, it would pop the Rage spell. Very interesting, very cool ability. I really like this one. But by far the best item you can get is the depth gauge. You get a permanent 0.1 boost to all stats per floor up to floor 50. For high waves, you're gonna want something like that. It is very, very necessary. And once you finally unlock the black market, best item, Providence, absolutely. Creates an aura of light around you. Any entity that enters that aura of light gets slowed down. If the player is spotted by an entity and your stamina is below 25, you instantly regen 50% of your max stamina. Okay. Main thing, spend 35 battery to highlight the nearest task in blue, nearest entity in red, 1 minute cooldown. That's very good. As well as the slowdown. These two in the same item, beautiful. And then also you're immune to blinding effects, and that's okay. But the main thing is the aura reading and the slowness effect. Those two in one item, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Another good item, Lumberjack Cap. This is one of my personal favorites. You get +2 speed, immunity to cold, 20 battery to make a rage spell. And inside of that rage spell, you get +2 speed, another +2 speed, and 50% stamina regen, and you keep these buffs for 3 seconds once you leave the rage spell. And when you complete a task, you get +5 priority, but you highlight the nearest entity to you. This is one of my personal favorites just for the speed boost and the aura reading. And the next ability I recommend is the Broken Wings, where you can spend 20 battery to get invisibility for 10 seconds, +3 speed for 10 seconds, or 20 stamina. This one can also be very, very good. Now, when it comes to quest-based items, I think Loyalty Card is one of the best. It basically is like Depth Gauge, except you have to visit the dealer 3 times per 1 stat up. Also caps at 5. You get a bonus 0.15 for every 25 donations you have. And when you're holding it out, you actually get 3 free purchases from the shop, so this can be very beneficial as well. Another good item that I do not have is Horns of Sloth. So what this does is it drops your speed by 1, drops your max stamina by 15, +5 priority while sprinting. However, you get +5 speed over time when you're not sprinting, and it builds up faster when you're crouched or still. You gradually lose speed while sprinting at a rate of 1 speed per 3 seconds. And you spend 45 battery to drop a steam trail that will slow entities with a 75-second cooldown, and you are also immune to any slowing effects. Another item I personally don't like, but I see a lot of people running, is Blood of the Martyr. It drops your max stamina, or not stamina, drops your max battery by 50 and adds 15 priority to you. You get +1 to all your stats per 25 fear. Fear gain is reduced by 80, but you passively gain fear, and it will not deplete naturally. You can spend 10 battery to get rid of 20 fear. And if you get caught with above 80 fear, so like if an entity touches you, it will freeze them instead of killing you. And once this happens, all your stats are capped at 2, and fear will no longer increase passively. Me personally, I don't really get the hype behind this item, but if it's what you like, it's what you like. When it comes to builds, Depth Gauge or Loyalty Card are probably the 2 main must-haves, one or the other. And then you can have either Lumberjack Cap or Providence, or the Echolocator in the shop for like aura reading stuff. And the third item, in older videos, I used to see people running Phantom Cloak for invisibility. Broken Wings can also work. Usually for me, I just run a second speed item, so I will run both Depth Gauge and Loyalty Card at the same time. If I get Horns of Sloth, I'll probably replace one of those with that. But there are a bunch of different builds you can make in this game, so you can just mix, match, and experiment. For instance, I've been using Neo Deal Makers, regular Deal Makers, and Deal Breakers at the same time. I'll have a video on that coming soon. But this is just a very fun build that I like to use. For the most part, an item is getting duplicated. For the most part, when running this build, an item is getting duplicated or deleted, but if an item gets deleted, it goes into one of your stat points. And it caps on all stat points at 4. And you can spend 20 battery to destroy a stack of consumables in your inventory, and it will give you +2 stats and highlight all entities on the floor. Normally, I wouldn't really run Deal Breakers, as on paper they look like a good ability, but it does take a while to actually build up the stats. But Deal Makers, Neo Deal Makers, and the Deal Breakers in combination, very fun build. But for the most part, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.